raise awareness and grow the entrepreneurial ecosystem in any region, and that's what my task has been up here the last while.
And are you finding a lot of great ideas from here? Is there a lot of potential?
There is a lot of potential. All Australian regions have a lot of potential. It's about getting to that next step.
And that's obviously where someone like you, Cam, comes into the picture. Just explain what you do around the world, because you sort of visit and sprinkle, I guess, is it a bit like fairy dust or something over potential businesses and just watch them grow?
That's all we do is sprinkle fairy dust. Yes, we are really excited about entrepreneurship and know how powerful it is for communities, for improving them and creating jobs and moving economies. And so most universities, they teach entrepreneurship in a very theoretical way. And so our big idea is, let's learn by doing. So we have students build products and try to sell to customers and do all the things that happen at the early stages. And when they do that, they learn that, hey, entrepreneurship is not something that it's only can be done by Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg and the Steve Baxters of the world. And we teach them learning by doing. They start this and they go on to become entrepreneurs and help their communities in entrepreneurial ways.
Is there a way to teach that? Because I'm thinking just of those examples you've had there, a lot of those men were breaking the molds or doing things that surprised people at the time. They were seen as the disruptors, for example. Is that what entrepreneurship is these days?
There are different slices of it, like anything. There are some sides of it that are so disruptive and innovative, and they're using technology that you couldn't even explain to your parents if you tried. But entrepreneurship, again, it's broader than that. There are people who are starting a restaurant or a laundromat or doing something in an innovative way. And it really represents a wide range, and one can be an entrepreneur of many different types.
So who were you working with over the weekend?
So the program we did this weekend at JCU was with students of all different backgrounds. We had some business students, but we had some, marine biology students, so a wide range. And they learned by doing and realized that, it's not something just for these mythical figures, but everyone can be entrepreneurial. And sure, not everyone is going to start a Tesla or an Apple, but everyone can be entrepreneurial, even in their own jobs. But everyone certainly can start a venture.
Were you inspired by what you heard over the last couple of days to think this could be the next big thing?
Okay, well, I actually don't think anything is the next big thing. My focus is entirely on the people, right? A lot of amazing ideas at first, they sound ridiculous, right? So next day shipping for business, right? When that idea came out, everyone thought that was ridiculous. Who would ever need a package the next day? This was in the 60s and 70s. Now the business community can't live without it. So as humans, we're not really good at recognizing the next big great idea. The key is to go do it. Airbnb is another example. The fact that you might spend the night in a stranger's house, that is a radical, weird idea. But now we have people doing, millions of people doing this all over the world.
And so does that become your job in a way, and Dean as well, for both of you to sort of hear those ideas that might sound a bit far out there and go, no, look, okay, it's not a silly idea. We can make this happen.
Yeah, well, Dean and I have been in this game for a while, so we know that, the best minds don't always recognize great ideas. So our idea is to support these entrepreneurs and support these individuals to figure that out. Now, of course, not all of them will make it, but some of them will. And the ones that do are the ones that, can make a lot of money for their community, make a lot of big success for themselves, and, make their own dent in the universe.
So, Dean, what is the next step after a weekend like this, where it's obviously been very inspiring, lots of ideas floating around? What happens next?
Well, the students have now got a group that they can bounce ideas off each other. They've got a group of students that are committed now and have that level of understanding that you can be disruptive and you can be different and you'll be supported. And they also understand that it's okay to fail along the way, because over the weekend they discovered that a lot of what their initial pitch and initial idea was had to change if it was going to get market validation.
Okay, so there's obviously work to be done. Cam, do you come back to North Queensland and keep an eye on these things and maybe give the report card?
We the report card is the market. So customers will tell us
you do it or you don't, yeah.
Right? So we've been doing work with Advanced Queensland, the group that's supporting startup innovation in Queensland, for a while. So this has been a great engagement, and we're looking forward to coming back. And these students who've gone through this process are now in our family. We're in 30 countries. We have alumni all over the world. Google has bought some of our companies. We have some great success stories. And we can't wait to see some of these entrepreneurs in Queensland and in Townsville go on to do big things. And when they need help, we'll give it to them. When they sell their companies and become billionaires, I hope they remember their friend.
Good point. You're both nodding there. I like that. And what does a Texan make of North Queensland? I know you've spent a lot of time here.
Surprisingly similar, actually. The weather's pretty similar. It's nice and warm. And I think there's a can-do attitude, a can-do spirit here that definitely makes me feel at home.
Who has the bigger hats?
Oh, Texas by far.
Now, just look in the corner. We've got one of our Cowboys hats in the corner there.
Okay,
that's a big one, isn't it?
That is a
that's
big
our
one.
big foam hat that we wear when the Cowboys get into the finals, our footy team. Look, it's great to have you here, and I know you've done a lot of work over the time, so it's nice to have you back, and good luck with your ongoing work with the students. To both of you, there's hopefully some, maybe not the next big idea, but the great disruptors or great things on the market that we'll see in our region. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
It's been a busy weekend out of JCU. That's JCU's entrepreneur in residence, Dean Alley, and Cam Hauser from 3-Day Startup, all the way from Austin, Texas, working with these students. And who knows, those great ideas, that's the message. You might have a great idea. You might think it's a little bit impossible, but it's not. Think of some of those great business ideas of today, and those initial ideas from them might have sounded